Welcome to Everything But the Kitchen Dink, the podcast where we discuss all things pickleball with your hosts, Rob and Andy.
Welcome back to Everything But the Kitchen Dink.
Welcome back, everybody.
We have Guinness in hand. I'm chewing the bush.
Robert's not feeling too good today, are you?
You pressured me into a Guinness.
No, I haven't pressured you into anything.
This is what I really wanted, a bottle of water. But now I've got a Guinness, so I'm going to just take a sip of this before we start. Get me in the mood.
Okay.
I'm going to try and split that G.
How's that?
Oh.
Well, I'm going to split the C because you're giving me a Coca-Cola mug.
That's delicious. Do you know what? It's so strange because I don't know if we mentioned this before, how I didn't like Guinness, and now it's just
no, you
so
didn't.
nice.
Not only did you not like Guinness, but you took the piss out of me.
I did.
For
Yeah.
so long.
I did.
Obsessing over it, and now you're obsessed over it.
I am a bit obsessed.
However,
I'm not like that with anything else in my life.
No. I'm surprised you haven't sold this Guinness and traded it in.
So,
You know, there's a foam Guinness coming out.
a what Guinness?
A foam.
Foam Guinness?
Yeah, it's
What does
got
that
UV
mean?
foam in it.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's a power Guinness.
It's a power Guinness, yeah. I prefer a more controlled
But
Guinness.
let me tell you, it's funny how things come about because obviously I was always obsessed with Guinness. I'm late to the Guinness market myself.
Yeah,
Only
okay.
about a year ago.
By the way, this isn't an alcoholic podcast. We're just getting into it.
You could argue this is like an outtake. We're not even started
Friends
yet.
of Dorothy.
Well, let me just tell you, it's funny how things happen because obviously, you know, we suffer in pickleball with the perception, particularly in England, of it being for old people.
Yeah, very much so.
And I don't know if you know this, but I watched House of Guinness, which is on Netflix.
Yeah, I've seen it.
There's a part where they take it over to New York, they try and get it into America, and the perception there is that Guinness is for old people.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was funny that, you know, we're stuck with that with pickleball, and that's how Guinness started, and look where it is now.
Yeah.
So the future is black.
Are you trying to say we're not old people?
You know, the black. I think it's called the black
Is it?
Guinness. Yeah.
We're not the old people, though, are we? Drinking Guinness?
No, because it's a young person's drink as well now.
Right.
Just like pickleball will become a young person's sport.
I've got to say,
as well as
what I find about Guinness, because obviously I don't want to.
Darkness, my old friend.
I don't want to talk too much about this, but because
you do actually.
It is.
You know what? In fact, watch out for our new podcast.
Yeah.
Our new Guinness cast.
Rob and Andy, the alcoholics. No,
everything but the kitchen sip.
Everything but the kitchen piss up. All I can say is it's quite refreshing. It's not like a beer, which actually bloats me quite a lot, but this is quite refreshing. Anyway,
well, you had a headache today, didn't you?
I did.
From your one last night.
I just had a headache today. Anyway, moving on from the Guinness. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
It's glad to have you back.
You've got
it already. Half. Glad to have you all back listening. Thank you so much for your support. I know we've not said that for a while, but thank you for listening. Thanks for all your comments.
Yeah, and also all the comments saying welcome back to us because of our enforced breaks.
I had a couple of comments this week about shoes because we did mention it last week. I've actually, just to give a little update on shoes, I've bought the... I just remembered. This is interesting. So I did a lot of research and I found that the Asics Resolution 9s are meant to be a really good shoe. Now, they have actually brought out a Resolution 10, but I read that the 10s...
sure the 9s are good.
The 10s aren't as actually good as the 9s.
Really?
Yeah. So I wanted the 9s. Could I find Resolution 9s in the right size?
I think the problem is because you're going to Amazon, and we had a discussion, and I said the best thing to do is to buy them on Amazon because then you can return them.
That's what you told me.
And then you're struggling for size.
Well, I mean, they had size 5, they had size, I think, 6, but nothing in my size. So
tell the listeners what you ended up with.
So I did a bit more research about women's shoes. And I realised that the men's are like a size difference compared to the women's.
Did you accidentally buy the women's shoes? And then
so first time around, I bought them accidentally because I found them in the right size, and
because for a second there you were pretending that you actually went for women's shoes.
I actually bought them in the right size, but then I realised when the order came through to say your women's Asics will be delivered, tomorrow. I thought, hang on, I didn't order women's. And I went back and I had ordered a women's 9. So, because that was the only ones I could find. Didn't realise they were women's. Went back and thought, you know what? Why don't I just order the next size up in the women's and see what they're like? So I ordered the women's 10s. And they came, and I've worn them a couple of times, and they're really nice, really comfortable. I've not played with them on the tennis courts yet, so that'll be interesting. But so far, fingers crossed.
It's not the first.
Women's shoes are the way
we
forward.
We all know it's not the first time you've been wearing women's clothes.
Or shoes.
Or shoes. But how do they fit as women's shoes?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't see any difference. Like, the size is perfect. Obviously,
you've been really cranky since you got these shoes.
Well, the heel on them is quite high. Yeah, on Tuesday nights now for pickleball.
Do you find it hard to run in them? Are your arms going from side to side?
I'm wearing a skirt and high heels on Tuesday night.
So not even playing.
No, I know. So far, so good. I'm really happy with them. So, I'll give you an update because I know a lot of people do suffer with shoes and feet. But so far, so good on the ASICS Resolution 9s.
I think in our heart of hearts, I think we sort of realised, and I'll probably end up with ASICS as well.
I think so. They seem to be the best, mate. You've got the metatarsal pads now, haven't you, as well?
Yeah, well, once again, you've changed my life, haven't you?
Yeah, I do it often.
Because I was actually looking at these pads, and then I mentioned it to you, and you said, I've got them, because of course, what haven't you got?
Well, I had them because of my foot problem, but anyway, I hadn't used them properly.
Yeah, so it's only on my left foot. And you gave it to me, and I used it. I can't remember when. It was Sunday. We had a great session on Sunday, didn't we?
Yeah.
I am cured.
Really?
100%. Although I went over on my ankle yesterday.
Yeah. But that's nothing to do.
But my foot is cured. So I've ordered a load of these to come from Temu.
Oh, not from Temu.
From Temu.
You've got to get the proper ones.
Temu is my god.
Well, we'll see.
After Guinness.
We'll see.
But
I'm glad it helped you.
Yeah, so I'm cured now, no foot pain whatsoever. However, we are still to try them on your shoes on the acrylic tennis courts.
Yes, but so far I'm really happy because they actually feel quite comfortable as well. A lot of these court shoes that I've had in the past, they didn't feel comfortable,
and they look really good, like really pretty.
You like the women's shoes, don't you?
They look really pretty.
They are nice. They are nice. Maybe it's a way
you
forward.
Look so pretty, isn't it?
All right, enough.
Right. So should we get started then?
Yeah. Well, let's go back to it was actually quite a few weeks ago now where we played in Sheffield.
Yeah, we had too much in the last episode, so we wanted to hold this over. So a couple of days after we got back from America, it's a nice position for us to be in. There's choice now.
There is a lot of choice.
Yeah.
A lot of tournaments, which is great. And we're trying to do more. Because, as I said to someone today, they were talking to me and they were saying that when they enter a tournament, they get so nervous and, the stress comes out. And I said to them, look, I think now for the first time...
What, you were advising them?
Yeah. And I was saying for the first time now, I have got no fear going on a court. I don't have the butterflies. I don't have the nerves. I just go on.
Well, I hope you're right.
Well...
Because you've said that pre-tournament.
Well, I proved it in this tournament. I didn't have any nerves whatsoever.
Oh, yes, that's true.
And I feel like I've been cured. A pint of Guinness beforehand really helps.
Let me tell you, we will be doing a recording at some point soon, having Guinness on court. That it's coming.
Yeah, it is coming. So we entered this Sheffield tournament.
I think it was a small tournament. We didn't have a clue who we were playing.
No.
Even the fixtures, did we even get the fixtures beforehand?
We did get the fixtures.
But we didn't know anybody who was playing.
No.
We didn't know any names.
No.
And we knew it was a small tournament. We had no idea what we were going into. And I think that took the pressure off as well.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that actually, I thought it wasn't DUPR.
I didn't tell you.
And you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I didn't tell you because...
DUPR does not add pressure to you.
I think it does. I think when you know an event's DUPR, it adds that bit of pressure because you want to do well because otherwise you DUPR suffering. So I didn't tell you.
It suffers when I do well.
I know, but I didn't tell you. And I think afterwards when I told you, you were quite pleased. But
yeah,
beforehand, I didn't say
it was nice to actually be at a tournament where we did well.
Yeah.
And it was DUPR. Because generally when we do well, it's not DUPR.
Correct.
But okay, so we get there. It's a couple of days. I don't know if we were still jet lagged. I think we were excited. It was only an hour and a half away from us.
Yeah, on tennis courts.
You know, the wives. I don't know how. You know, if you got any grief. You know, I've been home a couple of days and I was already off pickleballing. So
she's just glad to get rid of it.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
You know,
that's true.
I don't get grief.
So yeah, so we get there, and I think we sort of hit the ground running. It was only a small tournament, but it was a really good standard. So it was one of these where everybody went into the semi-final. Actually,
right.
There was only 4.
You have to remind me. It was that
right? There was only 4 teams in 4 pairings.
Yeah.
In the 50+, but they were all a good standard. And you know what I loved about it?
Yeah.
It's the fact that how many tournaments do we go to now? And I don't know what it's like anywhere else in the world. I'd actually like to know. But the 4.5 division has disappeared in the UK, and it's really frustrating.
Now I think that's down to obviously entries and
well, I think it's down to court availability on the major tournaments.
So really, it's 4.0 plus in most tournaments now.
Which means that when we go to the larger tournaments, we're in there with 4.8s, 4.9s, and you know, and it's just really difficult for us.
Yeah.
We, you know, maybe our heads go as well. I'm not just blaming the ratings. Our heads go as well. But maybe it was just nice this time to be able to play our peers, people around our own level. It was really good. And that's where we want to test ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, it's great to play against the 5.0s, but we're not going to beat them in tournaments, are we? No.
See that long pause?
Yeah.
I was thinking. No, I mean, look, a 4.0 plus playing at our level is well, you know, you enter a tournament to play at that level.
Yes.
Would I like to play at a higher level? Yes, I would.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
Will we get there? Yes, we will. But yes, it was nice to enter a tournament because I entered a tournament, I was telling you the week before, where we got merged together and ended up playing against 19-year-olds. And, you know, it ain't fun.
No.
So, yeah, it was good to play at that level. I can't remember.
Okay,
you're gonna have to remind me.
So basically, we started. The good thing also was to 15, and I remember when Sammy and Heather came over from America and they played, and they said it would be nice if we had tournaments that were to 15 because
it gives you more of a chance.
You know, I mean, because when we're 8-1 down to start, you know, you can get back into it anyway. So it was to 15, which was good. 15, it's difficult because you know if you get in front and you're sort of 8-9 up, you still feel you've got such a long way to go, but it does give you a chance both ways. We ended up as usual losing our first game. I think we lost 50. Hold on,
have you got it there?
I've got it here. We lost 15-13.
Oh, so it was very close then.
It was close, but I think we were 13-11 up,
right?
Something like that. And then it was hard. I think afterwards, it was one of those, if you can come away and you can say, we should have won it, I don't think that's a bad position to be in. What you don't want to do is come away and we've lost heavily and just didn't turn up. It was a close game. The close games can go either way, and we lost it. And obviously it was important from a seedings point of view for the semi-final. So we had 2 other games. The next one, there was probably a bit of pressure on. You know, we played, if you remember, that good tennis player and his partner.
Is that who we played in the second? Did we win that one?
And we won that one.
Because did we play them in the final?
Wait a second. No, our second match, we actually pickled 15-0.
We won 15-0.
We won 15. There was a really good player and a player that probably wasn't at the level.
Yeah.
But again, we pickled them 15-0.
Yeah. It's tactics, isn't it?
I mean, that takes some doing, doesn't it?
15, yeah. You think you get 1 point, you know, but
that was good. Yeah. So that took a bit of pressure off. But obviously, the next match, it determined whether we would play in the semi-final the ones we lost to in the first match or the ones we just picked.
Yes.
So it was important for us. We ended up. It was a really tight game, and I think I had a wobble in it as well, and you really got me out of that wobble. My dinking wasn't great, and they knew it.
You know, sometimes let's just talk about that because sometimes, you know, and in the past, and I haven't played with that many people, but I've seen people play together and they're rolling their eyes at the partner when the partner makes mistakes and, you know, your partner hits the net. You know, it's taken me a while because I have to admit I was probably one of those people, and it's taken me a while to realise that it does no good to your partner to roll your eyes and to start getting stressed out with them. You have to support your partner, and if they're going through a bad time on the court, it's going to happen. You yourself might go through a bad time on the court, but it's about supporting each other and getting each other through, and that's what I've learned over. I mean, it's taken me a while to be like that, and I hold my hands up. I did get annoyed and frustrated, but I've now got to the point where I'll do anything to help you on court, and you would do the same for me. And I think that is so important in a partnership for anybody out there that does have a regular partner. Support each other. We're all going to hit the net. We're all going to hit a ball out. It's going to happen, but it's how you recover from that and how you support each other, which is really important. So I just wanted to put that in there.
Yeah, very good. And you were, and I remember saying to you at the time, and even now saying that you got me through that.
Yeah.
And it was just, you've just got to keep going, haven't you?
Yeah, you have to.
And we won it 15-11, which was great for us, which meant that the team we pickled, we got in the semi-final.
But that was a different game.
We made hard work of it. Well, I didn't find out until afterwards. I've got it here.
Yeah.
One of the guys was he
like a 4.8 or something?
He was a 4.5.
Right, okay.
And I didn't realise at the time. Had we have realised, we might have played it to him a bit less. But I don't know. But it was tough. I think it was a case of it's difficult. Was it the fact that we pickle them? Did we relax a bit too much? Did we think it was going to be easy?
We actually, I remember us going into that game, and I remember us saying that, look, let's not take this for granted now.
No, you do say that.
We beat them 15-0,
but it's still in the back of your mind, isn't it? That this should, you're already thinking about.
And what was the score in the end? I can't even remember. This was the semi-final,
really,
wasn't it? It was tough.
Really close. It was 15-10.
Yeah, it was a tough game.
But it was really close, and I think it got to the point where it might have been 10-9. And then we just finished it.
15, but I guess for them as well, they probably went away and thought,
they had supporters and they were cheering them on.
But they probably went away and thought, what did we do wrong here? How can we get better and play again?
Clearly, when we beat them 15-0, it was just one of those games, and we weren't 15-0 better than them.
So was it the semis after that?
So that was the semi, and then it was the final against
best out of three
against the ones who beat us in the first one. Now, whoever we got, it was going to be a tough one because the other guys we beat 15-11, but I also felt that could have gone either way as well.
Yeah.
There were a good couple of
So just remind me, this was best of three.
This was best of three.
11, up to 11.
Yeah. And I don't quite remember how the scoring went.
But we got hammered in the first game, I remember that.
The first game actually was 11-7.
But we were
I think we were like 11-1 down
or
10-1 down or something, and we got it back to 10-7.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it would have been very easy for us to give up.
Yeah,
at 10-1 down.
Yeah, we never give up. That's the thing.
No, and I think getting those 6-7 points at the end gave us the confidence going into the next game. And I think one important thing here, and I think we've learned this over time, and this is why we do this podcast, because we want people to benefit from our experience, from what we've done wrong in the past. And
that's plenty.
And I remember saying to you at the time, we changed our tactics, we changed our strategy, and we did it on the fly. And I was really proud of that we ended up winning the second game 11-1.
I think I took my power pill in that game, if I remember. And I went a bit like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember the specifics of the game.
We wiped the floor in the second
But we did. And then in the third game, I think we were 6-1 down at the turn.
Yeah, and then we
won 11-7. Yeah. And I just... The biggest thing I took out of it is that we never gave up, even in the first game. That we know it was lost because you can't give somebody that amount of.
But we came back
of a gap.
Yeah,
but you can still fight just for momentum, and momentum is something I don't think we've ever mentioned it before.
Also,
but it's so massive.
It's momentum, but it's also the mental game, because it's that mental toughness of not letting everything just go. After the first game when we lost 11-7, we could have capitulated at that point, but we came back stronger, and we demolished in the second game. And I think because we beat them 11-1 in that second game, it was such a turnaround, and we thought, what's happened here? And then we went into the third game, and again we started slowly,
But I also
came
think
back.
that pulling it back, and they were a bit nervous that we were going to come back. I think maybe we got it back to sort of 9-7.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that got in their heads a little bit.
Possibly.
The fact that we weren't going there, and then we changed things around. I can't remember exactly what we did, but we looked at them. Well, we tweaked a few things.
It's a case of people, when you play different people, you have to look for weaknesses. And I think we did a really good job of finding the weaknesses. And, it helped us win the game inevitably. And we won the gold medal, which was, it was a really tough game, but it was a fantastic achievement. We really, really enjoyed the whole day and the experience.
Yeah. And shout out to Pickleball UK Tournaments. Who put on a flawless tournament.
It was really, really well
It
run.
ran to time. It was great. It was like, you were straight into your next games.
Yeah.
There was no waiting around. It was brilliant. And, I hope, I don't really want people to do their tournaments because it was so good. I want it to ourselves.
Well,
but yeah, it was great. If you're looking for a good tournament.
Also, if you want to, if you do suffer with anxiety and nerves, and when you're playing in these tournaments, just look for local tournaments near your area and enter them, because just gaining that experience of playing under pressure really does help you. It's taken us a while to get there, but I think we finally, I have. I'm not sure about you, but
we're saying this a few weeks before the Open, where the Nationals are coming up.
I have no fear whatsoever.
No, I have no fear. We're going to get blown away, and our DUPR is going to be 3.5.
Absolutely not. I'm going to smash everyone off the court. I am so up for it. Honestly, I really am.
No, I'm excited.
I'm excited for it. I actually get excited.
You know what it is?
Because I don't care.
You have to.
I don't care.
We made a promise. You don't give a shit.
I don't care. So my DUPR gets battered. I don't really care. What difference does it make to my life? It's such a small part.
It makes a difference to my life because you're on the phone moaning to me.
I just don't like the algorithm.
It's a joke. It's never going to change, and we have to realise that.
Well, that's it. Let's just not bother about DUPR. Like Dane Gingrich said at one point. Slurring my words.
You are.
He said that, forget DUPR, just play your game, just go in and play. And that's what we're doing.
But I think the key here is that do as many tournaments as you can.
Correct.
As many tournaments as your wife will let you.
Get out there.
Because I think, it's a very slow process for us, but we are, things like this make us realise that we are better than the way we performed at the Open.
Just one thing, the Nationals, don't ask me how we're getting on.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a T-shirt made, actually. Don't ask me how I'm getting on. I might get one made.
Yeah,
I'll just go like that. Just point to it. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get them made for us.
Or you could have on the front how you're getting on. And on the back, just put "Don't ask me."
Yeah. Love it. Yeah. Got to get them made. Okay, so let's carry on.
So, we've had 23 minutes already, and we haven't had one moan. Maybe a little.
I'm not moaning about anything.
Yeah.
I'm very positive. I'm positive about pickleball in the UK. I'm positive about facilities opening, tournaments everywhere, leagues being run. There's pickleball everywhere now. It's just fantastic. If you go back to our previous episodes 12 months ago where we were moaning, we've got nothing to moan about now, which is great. And may it continue. Get these facilities open.
Tell you what, you're a different person on the Guinness. It's changed your life.
It's changed my life. You're right.
Just a few things I want to just, I've noticed recently. It's interesting also because we had a coaching session.
We'll talk
last
about
night.
That.
With the RAW CEO.
Yeah.
And he mentioned this, but I saw this video.
Was it against Annalie and Ben?
Yeah, and it was really interesting. Yeah. I can't remember who the players were.
I can't.
Was it Anna Bryant, maybe?
Maybe. And she lobbed them like 25 times.
And just, I mentioned about changing our strategy, but they went into a strategy. I think there's something like they'd played them 25 times and they'd lost 23 times. You go in there, and there's going to be times where we and you listeners, you all go in there and you're playing someone who's vastly better than you. Now, they went into this game and they lobbed 23 times.
And it worked for them.
And it didn't. The interesting thing is, there's a video out there if you want to search for it. But the interesting thing is, the first couple didn't work.
No, but they carried on.
But they carried on. They had their strategy.
Yeah.
And the lob is coming back into the game at a professional level.
I have a few things on this. I think the lob is a very good weapon and a good tool. The only problem is at sort of 3-5, 4-0 level, if you don't get it right.
Well, the execution is key. And
if you don't get it right, it's getting smashed back at you. So it is a risky shot. Also, not only if you don't get the height right, if you don't get the depth right, they're going out quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
So, yes, use it as a tool, use it as a weapon, try it. But for me, I won't be using it as like a regular shot.
No.
I might throw 1 or 2 in a game, maybe.
Yeah.
But which was...
No, but what I'm taking from this, it was interesting that they'd come up with the strategy.
Yeah, no.
And they're very good players in their own right.
Exactly.
But strategy
but my point is,
the game.
They could they could put their lobs exactly where they wanted them. It was perfect. Every lob that
they knew if they went toe to toe,
yes,
they were probably going to lose.
Yeah. So it is a good strategy.
So take from that what you'd like.
So we're lobbing everything in everything.
Oh no, we're not.
No,
wink,
we're not.
Wink.
No, we're not.
But this also brings me to something else, because we do a lot of lobs in rec play, and a lot of them go wrong. But I want everybody out there to practice the lobs, to practice the serves. I've noticed that I'm spending a lot of time. I'm actually focusing a lot in rec play on my serves at the moment. I have been for the last couple of months.
It's actually really good. But it was interesting about what we had Greg from Raw Rain and Win Paddles, who came to do a coaching session.
I just said that.
I know, but I'll just read. It's just something that he said. He was talking about the serve and just doing like a high serve, but making sure it was deep.
Yes.
Which is interesting because you don't see any pros do that kind of serve.
You don't, but you also see, I've watched pros, and I've said to you, their serves don't look anything.
No.
But the thing is, I'm sure they are something. However, what they're doing is they're making sure that they give themselves time, and that high serve gives you time to get to the kitchen. I'm not saying you put it into the sky.
Well, you serve doesn't give you time to get to the kitchen.
No,
because the return's coming and you can't move.
No, sorry, I'm getting confused with the return.
You're getting confused, yeah.
But basically, what he's saying is that the depth is more important than the speed.
Well, the depth of the serve is more important to keep them back.
Yeah,
yeah.
Forget that. The Guinness got to me.
Which I get. I always coach and teach people to get their serves deep, whether they do a powerful serve or not. Just get it deep is the key to keep them back.
But anyway,
Well, yes, it's a really interesting video. If you can see it, watch it.
But what I was saying is that basically, I have started working on a particular shot in rec play. As you will have noticed, and I've certainly noticed, I am missing a lot of serves in rec play. But I don't care, because ultimately it is improving my serve, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to hone that skill. Now, you'll have also noticed that there's plenty of times where I'm creating short returns by working on my serve. So what I'm saying is there are still too many people, in my experience, that take rec play far too seriously. They are calling balls out that are in because the most important thing for them is to win the match in rec play.
Well, the thing is,
that is not the most important thing.
You can't let that get to you. You just have to do your thing. Let them, let them try and win. Does it matter?
No.
Practice your shots.
But I'm saying to people, don't take rec play seriously. We all take it, but it's important in rec play to learn as well.
But there's different people out there. There's people that want to play and just play rec play. That is it for them. So that is fair. That's
fair. That's their cup final.
That's their cup final. So that for them, they want to win, and that's fair. But for people who we sort of are going to talk about, are the people that want to improve, want to get better, take rec play as your chance to practice the shots that you want to practice,
Yeah,
which is what you're doing.
Hit some out.
Yeah.
Try your lobs. If they go out,
Yeah.
keep trying it. Eventually, you'll hone that skill. So I just,
It's empty.
well done.
Thank you.
It's not quite empty. That's all I'm saying. And, and I think that's something, and Greg last night said to us, we played against him and we weren't playing it to him, but we weren't playing it to him because we were just being stupid.
Well, I thought we did play it to him.
But no, and he said to us, like, come on, play it to me. Otherwise you're never going to, you're not going to improve. And he was right. So we played it to him. We still won.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm saying is that there's still those people, you go into a game and you might have a weaker mixed partner and you don't see the ball.
Correct.
And it's rep play.
Yeah.
And I make sure that sometimes we practice targeting. Because that's a skill.
Well, in a tournament, you have to sort of identify the weaknesses of the players you're playing, and then you have to target. I've spoken to a lot of people who say, I don't like to target. I don't want to target. Well, it's part of the game, unfortunately. You have to do it. Not so much in rep play, I get that, but in a tournament,
No, but I'm just saying
you target the weaker player.
Use rep play properly, otherwise, you're not going to improve as much.
We were talking about facilities before, and facilities, how we want facilities to open in this country. But you mentioned actually a point here about quite a lot of facilities closing.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of
in
press.
the US.
Yeah, because what's happening is obviously they're very expensive, and then you get others opening in the region. And I have seen news stories about massive losses and closures.
There's too many openings.
Yes, I think we're lucky here because they're also competing with public courts.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. Where it's free, you just turn up.
Yeah. So
but it's different here.
I think we're quite unique because there's going to be no outdoor courts, there's going to be no public courts. The weather isn't good enough. There might be public courts, but you won't be able to use them maybe 3 times a year. So I think if you're thinking of a facility in England, I think the future is really bright here. Yeah. We are hearing murmurings of a few opening around the country.
Yeah, which is very exciting.
But it was interesting that a lot are struggling in America.
Yeah.
There's just I guess the companies, the franchisees, the franchisors that own your pickle or whatever, they don't care. They'll sell as many as they can. They don't care if it's going to work. They'll still get the money. I think it's they want it to work.
I think it's going to be like paddle in this country, where it's going to come to a point where there's just too many paddle places and the prices are going to have to come down. But we'll see what happens with that. Blimey heck, you've really down that, haven't you?
Oh, so good.
Now you came up with a rule idea, which is quite interesting.
Well, talking about weaker mixed partners.
Go on, tell the people.
Okay, so I've come up with this rule idea, and I suppose I could submit this. It'll never take off, but I want to hear all the listeners' views on it.
Go on.
So I'm not bothered. I wasn't bothered for the upcoming nationals. I want to, I'm happy to focus on the gender, me and you. And if a mix comes along, then great. I love playing mixed. It's great fun. I've ended up with a mixed partner by default because her partner can't make. Well, there was a whole sort of mess up, not a mess up, but you said to me about getting into the nationals. I think we mentioned this previously, and a lot of people didn't get in. It was so oversubscribed.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that their partners didn't get into the nationals. So it's caused quite a few problems, obviously, because they got in, but the partner didn't. So there's a few people looking for partners.
So I've ended up with a partner because of that situation. Now, I just want to have fun. I don't know if she knows what I'm like.
If she knew, she would never have.
No, of course not. Of course not. But I don't know what she's like.
She's very nice.
Yeah.
I've met her. She's very nice.
Yeah, I've met her too. But I've never seen her play, and that's fine. I don't care. But it just got me thinking that, that we know there's a situation where, women are targeted. Now, I thought, what a great rule if you could only play it to a player a maximum of 3 times. before you had to play it elsewhere.
Yeah, but how's that going to work? Because sometimes you can't.
Well, you
can't help it. You have to just play the ball.
So be it then.
So what? You stop the game.
It's a fault.
It becomes your point.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I think it would make for fantastic mixed at amateur level. I think it would make a much better spectacle, a much better game if you could only hit it to
Let's
the woman,
test it out
the woman 3 times.
Let's
say a maximum of 3 times. It changes the game. Per rally. Yeah,
per rally.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll try it in rec play and see.
I think it would be brilliant.
I'm not so sure,
because otherwise, mixed becomes it becomes a game. Basically, whoever's got the better. I mean, I suppose you could argue whoever's got the better team wins anyway. But mixed in this country is difficult. There aren't the amount of women in the sport.
Yeah, but there's more coming into it, and as you get up the ranks, the ladies are as
you've seen it yourself. How many times have you been playing the game and the ball doesn't come to you?
Yeah, it happens, but you have to get better to get a better mixed partner.
It might be tweaked, but I think there's a basis of a good rule.
Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Okay, fine.
So you're moving on to DUPR, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've not heard this.
Okay, well, I read.
So tell me
I read
about
this thing that DUPR is introducing. I don't even know if it's there already.
Right.
But it's introducing a forecast tool. They call it a forecast tool.
Right.
So it's their tool to predict.
So what do you do? You put the names in, and it'll tell you the outcome. I guess
it must know. The tournament fixtures must be uploaded beforehand.
Right.
Because we're used to seeing nothing beforehand on DUPR. But basically, they're going to introduce a tool called the forecast tool. So it's going to have the fixtures and it's going to forecast what it thinks the score should be.
Right.
And it will tell you at what level your DUPR will go up. So if you win 11-3, your DUPR will go up. If you win
so that's going to cause problems of people just not wanting to play.
Well, it's going to increase the pressure because if you look at that and say, you're playing, I don't know, a weaker team or whoever you're playing, and you've got to win 11-5 for your DUPR to go up. Otherwise, it'll go down.
It's going to be more pressure.
It's going to be ridiculous.
But it's also, if you can predict it before you play, you might not want to play.
Like if I'd have mentioned this as an idea, you'd have said I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
But it's actually coming into play this.
They're making it so complicated. But if you put that in before a tournament and you thought, oh God, I've got to win 11-5 for my DUPR, I'm not going to play this. I'm going to pull out.
You're not going to know. Okay, we entered a tournament. You're never going to know.
You're going to know.
We're going to enter a tournament in Nottingham, December the 28th.
Yeah, be there or be square.
Now, I like Pickleball events. I like the people. I like the organisation. If they did DUPR or not, it wouldn't matter to me. However, the fact that they always said they're not going to do DUPR was always a bonus.
They are doing DUPR.
They've now announced that, I don't know what's happened, maybe someone's blackmailed them or something. But then we've now got an email saying that they're going to be DUPRing it.
Fine.
And they'll give a refund to anybody who doesn't want to do it, which is very fair. It's not going to stop me doing it.
I just wonder why they've done it. Let us know, Steve.
So I think all I'm saying is I'm not bothered that it's DUPRed, but clearly for them to send an email out saying they'll give a refund because it's now going to be DUPRed, it is basically saying that they're aware that people don't want to play DUPRed events.
Can I just say, and go back to my previous point in the last podcast, I believe that everything should be DUPRed. Every tournament.
Yes, I agree.
Should be DUPRed. Takes the pressure off because you know that everything's DUPRed, so you just forget about it. It's more when this one's DUPRed and that one's not DUPRed, and this one's just DUPR everything. Just do it. That's what we need.
How about DUPR nothing and just get rid of DUPR? But
well, you have to have a rating system.
Well, it should be one or the other.
I agree, but I think everything should be DUPRed. Your team leagues. I played in the Northwest Team League. 1 month it was DUPRed. It's never been DUPRed since. I mean,
you're right.
What's that about?
Yeah, but that I don't want DUPRed.
But
tournament should be DUPRed. Yes, you're right.
DUPR it all.
You're right. It's either all or nothing.
Exactly.
And there's something else I'm going to say.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit too late because it's after registration. But with regards to any tournament,
yeah,
particularly the big tournaments, I'm sick of hearing people going in at 3.5 when they're 4 and 4.5 players because it's their first tournament. How many times have you heard that?
I know.
Do me a favour.
You're either
play
a
at the
4-0
yes.
or you're not.
Yeah. I mean, if Andy Murray started playing pickleball and said, well, it's my first
Tournament,
tournament, I'll go in at 3.5.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, we know if you're a tennis player,
Yeah.
you're not going to be 3.5. You're kidding yourself.
You're moaning.
Fine.
Don't moan.
I've got to get my weekly rant.
Okay.
Rant
Fair
of the week.
But mine is DUPR everything. That's my new.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And I
DUPR
wonder
everything.
if the fact that this Nottingham tournament has suddenly become DUPR, I wonder if that is starting to happen.
Well, hopefully.
And I have no issue if that's the case.
Me neither.
But yes.
Also, something else that was quite in the news was the Vintage Open.
Yeah. Oh, if you've not seen it, go on YouTube.
Have a look
brilliant.
at it. It was great. There were people playing with these old wooden paddles. All the pros.
It was actually a pro tournament. PPA.
With wooden paddles.
Yeah, with wooden paddles.
But what was amazing, they still had all the shots. Everything was still as good.
You could have just been watching a normal tournament. It made no difference to
it was
them.
incredible.
Which makes you wonder about the whole power paddle. You know, are we falling into the whole marketing
100%.
strategy?
100%. When you see Ben Johns play with the frying pan, you know that we're falling into these marketing, which I'd like to just move on to, because obviously we were talking about Greg, who we did a podcast with. Go back and have a look at that. It was a really good podcast.
Great guy. Gives so much back to pickleball. It's just so heartwarming.
And he was over, we had him at the club and we had a coaching session with him. Everybody loved it. It was really good. We also had our own very, very special paddle. One of the RAW paddles with our logo on it. This is a limited edition, and we will be giving one of these away hopefully very soon.
Well, we're trying to find. We don't know if there's any left, but if there's one left,
I mean,
we're going to get one to give away.
This is his excluder paddle, which has just had a different design put on it for us. I mean, it's incredible.
It's a limited edition. Everything but the kitchen dink, pickleball people, limited to 30 million. No, I think there was only about 50 made.
Yeah, there's only 50, and we'll be giving one away hopefully very soon.
Well, if we can't get one, then we're giving yours away.
And it's signed as well. I'm not giving my signed one away. But I want to talk about some paddles. We've got quite a few here. These are the carbon true foam, which, get it on the camera. They've actually brought out the carbon 4. They brought out the wave now, which is another paddle. But these paddles I've been using and Andy's been using for quite a while.
Yeah, now I'm not like Robert. If I try a paddle, then I stick with that paddle, good or bad. I try it for a good, maybe 10 sessions.
Yeah.
Because I truly believe it takes a good 6 or 7 sessions.
You do forget that I have been using this since the singles nationals.
Yes,
so
I think the words "the best paddle you've ever used" came into mind before the next paddle came along.
No, it's a really good paddle. But I mean, this hybrid shape for me, this carbon 4 hybrid, which the one you've got, doesn't work for me.
No, I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't like the hybrid." Personally, I don't think it makes any difference. I've been using this. When I first used it, I felt there was an immediate drop off in power. As I've used it more and more, it's bedded in. I've got used to it. No loss in power from the Pro 4.
And I think you're really enjoying that paddle.
I really like that paddle. I think, you also have to remember there's an evolution in your own game. And, we forget about shot choice. How many times do we say after we win a game or we play well, or we play badly and then play well, we say it's all about shot choice. And to be fair, there's times when it doesn't matter what paddle you've got in your hand.
True. But just to give you a bit of an idea, this is a foam paddle. It's 14 mil. And for me, the dwell time on this paddle is really good. You can feel the ball sort of absorb into the paddle, gives you more control. But it doesn't lack the power either. I think the power's quite good. I mean, I've added a bit of weight to this one. I don't normally add weight.
Do you just add weight? Well, I've noticed you do that on a few paddles. Is that just because you want to add weight?
Well, no. I mean, when I first got it, I felt that it was just underpowered for me. So that's why I added the weight. Since then, I think it's just give it that bit of extra power. Well, these are great paddles. I mean, we're going to have Carbon on the show very soon, so we'll be discussing them more. But
Yeah.
if you're looking in the market for a paddle, I recommend this one. I did try the new Wave that they've brought out, and to me, it felt a lot stiffer, the face. I wasn't as keen, but this one.
But again, you have to give.
You have to try them.
Yeah.
Also, while we're talking paddles, this is another foam paddle from Rain and Win, which is also a very, very good. It reminds me very much of the Carbon. Very similar kind of paddle. It's slightly thicker at 16 millimeter, but it has control and pop as well.
I mean, you need to use that on the outdoor courts now.
Well, to be fair, we used the Franklin X40s and it dealt with it very well. He had another one which was which is more like the boomstick. I can't remember the model, but that just flies off the paddle. I mean, you gotta have very soft hands. This one does give you more control. This isn't out yet, so this is a bit of an exclusive, really. It is coming out very soon, but this is
And what's that one called?
So this is the Propolis Pro 2.0, and it's a foam paddle, but it gives you that control as well. So you feel the ball. It's got the power. It's got the pop. It's got the control. So a really good all-round paddle as well. So have a look at that. Try. Yeah. The Pickleball people do have raw paddles as well. So if you're looking,
I think they have them exclusively,
and they have Carbon as well.
Yeah.
So have a look
Carbon,
at that.
we're gonna get somebody from the company on within the next few weeks.
Yes,
so that'll be one to listen out for.
It will be.
And that's it. I think we're
that is
done.
it. Yeah, I think. So listen, if you're playing in the nationals, we will be back next week. But good luck. I'm wishing you good luck now. Get your practice in. Support your partner.
We will be back before the nationals.
Very important. Support your partner, even if you're playing with a new partner, and you've never played with them before. Support them. Get each other through it.
And
it's
what?
Tough.
Have a laugh. I mean,
tough.
there's times when you do your thing where you're in your zone, but then you'll reach right over, and we both know you're not going to get the shot. Yeah. And you'll reach right over, and then we'll just have a good laugh afterwards. And
enjoy it.
Just have a laugh.
Just have fun.
Just have fun while you're losing every game and your Duke is tanking. Just have fun.
Yeah.
But
thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. We love you.
Come and say hi if you see us. We love meeting people as well. That's great. So thanks for your support and sending your messages, and we'll try and respond. Take care, everyone.
Enjoy.